What's up, guys? I wanted to make a video because I haven't had content on my channel, and I probably won't have any animatics coming up anytime soon because I have school, and sometimes I'm busy with it, and sometimes I'm just exhausted from it. But these videos, I think they would be much easier and less stressing than making animatics. Okay, so for this video, I wanted to show how I create a character's appearance based on their character traits because I thought it'd be fun. So I'm going to be designing 2 new characters. Well, they're not new characters. I've had them for I think 2 years, but I've never given them a physical appearance. I made these characters during a project, a creative writing project, and I've always wanted to draw them, but I'm stupid, so I kept forgetting. But I think now is the time. I have some notes here. So these are the 2 characters I made back in 10th grade, Charles and Archie. So what I do to set their physical appearance and flesh them out is that I start first understanding who they are. So I'm gonna be giving them their physical or whatever, their design. I'm not very articulate with my words, so I apologize for that, but we'll just keep going. Okay, so I'll just make a quick recap. You can I don't know, you can pause it if you want to read the list quickly, but I'll just recap them really quickly. Charles is very observatory, analytic, jealous. He's a thinker, but he's not cold. He's very caring. And Archie is very passive, very docile, childish, which leads to him being stupid and oblivious. He's a feeler. He's caring too. Charles is a grad school graduate. He's an anesthesiologist, and he's in search for gratification from his parents. And he's very prideful, but he's still very insecure. He feels that his achievements won't be enough for his parents. So there's this emptiness. He's in search for gratification. And Archie, he was a former NEET, so he had no employment, no education, no training, and he's in search for connections. Oh, these 2 guys, they're brothers. Archie is the older brother, and Charles is the younger brother. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna design them based on this little chart that I made. Okay, so let's do it. I'll keep the chart. I don't know if that's gonna be annoying, but I'm gonna keep the chart under there. Maybe. We'll see. So I'll start by designing Charles. Okay, so I'll start with just there. I'm going to do simple drawings because if I make them more anime styled, they're going to take more time, and I wanted to make a short video, so I'm going to be very cartoony here. Charles. Let's just do a quick sketch. So, I'm not very good with drawing bodies, but when I make a character, I think what's very important to show their personality is their posture. This is not the posture I'm going for. This is just reference to a body. Okay, so for Charles, he is very prideful. Well, it's like this facade that he wants the world to see that he's very confident within himself. Like right here, this note right here, he's mature. Well, he's not really mature because he in some like way he's very immature. He can't control his feelings, his anger. In contrast to Archie, who he has very subtle emotions. He's very he doesn't get angry easily. He just goes with things. And Charles, you know, he's a spicy boy. So, okay, I have a body here. Okay, now to flesh him out. Okay, they're gonna be kind of rushed, so whatever. Okay, I'm gonna give him the eyes. They're gonna be big eyes, and then his brows are gonna be tense. Cause he's looking around. He's analyzing the situation. Anything that happens. A little scowl. So, let's give him that. No. That. There you go. Little nose. Now. So, for his hair, I like to portray characters' personalities is that for example, the bangs, when I draw characters with, I want to demonstrate confidence versus insecurity. So characters with more confidence, they tend, from what I believe, they show a lot of their face. They're not scared to hide themselves. So their face is out there. While insecure characters, they tend to, well, the way I like to draw them, is that they hide their face. They maybe have like hair that hides their face even more like that. This applies to their clothing as well. Confident characters, I like to draw them with very tight clothing sometimes. Maybe even weird clothing, but that would have to link back to their posture, to how the confidence they have within themselves. Yeah. maybe even like less clothing sometimes. Oh, maybe not to that point, but shorts. And more insecure characters or like shy characters would have baggier clothing because they want to hide themselves. They want to hide. They don't want people to look at them. Okay. So, wow. Okay. So, that's how I like to show. And for posture, I'll go really quickly. So, posture, I think this one's like really simple. Confident characters, I like to draw them with their chest going upwards. Sometimes I exaggerate it, sometimes I don't, but they have very good posture. And for much more insecure characters, this one's kind of exaggerated, but there you go. They kind of slouch more, where their body goes inward, because they're trying to hide themselves, so they push their body inward. And with much more confident characters, they're very comfortable with putting themselves out there, which links back to the posture. Okay, so I'll make a new layer with that. There you go. No, I'll keep those notes here. Notes. Okay, let's go back to Charles. This is stupid posture he has right now, but I just needed a little reference. Okay, let's draw his hair. So, as I said, he has this facade where he's trying to portray himself as very confident in himself when he really isn't. So, I'm going to give him short hair. Yeah, short hair would be good. But let's see. Let's give him some bangs like that. I think I'm okay with that. Do you guys want to hear the story? I guess I'll just talk about it when I have nothing else to say. So, the story goes that I think it's kind of cliche now that I look at it, but back then when I wrote it, I was like, wow, this is the greatest masterpiece ever. So Charles is going to celebrate Christmas with his family, and so that's who he's going to celebrate Christmas with his family. So he's wearing casual clothes at the moment. And he is going to help them out with Christmas preparations. And so what's happening is that he constantly wants to, get gratification from his parents. So he's always like, hey mom, what can I help in? Like, what's going on? How can I make myself useful? And his parents love him. But he doesn't see it. No, I won't give him shorts. He's a formal guy. just some pants. And so anyways, so what happens is that he's really happy that he's with his parents. He had freshly graduated, like maybe a year ago. And so he's very excited to spend time with his family. And then suddenly there's a knock on the door, and he's like, oh dear, oh no, who could it be? And then they finally open the door, and it's the boy Archie. And Charles is completely angered and furious because Archie had been he'd been a NEET for some time, where he just closed himself off. He didn't have contact with his parents. He didn't have a job. He was just doing his own thing. It's probably not good for him, but now he came out, came out of his house. And his parents are shocked, so they run towards Archie. They're like, wow, Archie, we miss you so much. And Charles is furious because he's like, oh no, all the hard work I gave you guys, and this is how you repay me, with greeting Archie with such love, and not me. This brother rivalry going on. And so Charles is very angry, and he doesn't welcome Archie in. He doesn't make it very explicit though. At first he's just like, oh, you're here. So now to Archie's goal, he wants to create a connection with his brother, because he feels like I can't find the word, but darn, what is that funky word? Well, whatever. Okay, so about Archie's insecurity is that he feels that he was never able to create a strong connection with his brother, which is true, which is why Charles loves Archie, but he doesn't want to. He's just very jealous, and so he closes him off. So Archie is still in this fantasy world where he wants to be very childish with Charles again. But they're like almost going to be 30-year-olds. Well, I think Archie's like already 33, maybe 34. They're old boys. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, let's give some. He's probably gonna be wearing his college shirt. Pretentious. Uni. There you go. I don't know, just pretend he's wearing some very, very high level university. So his parents are like, wow, Charles, you did it. All for us. Thank you very much. We're so proud of you. Right? So I don't think that's the best posture for Charles, but I guess, he's probably looking at Archie right now. He's tense. It's like, oh my god. Okay. So later on in the story, so the basic plot is that how I wrote down the story is that it's it's a letter from Charles to his parents. And then he's explaining an event that happened. Oh my. So, plot twist, he's talking about Archie's death. So, yes, Archie is dead by the time Charles is writing the letter. And he's explaining how he died. Yeah. So he's explaining to his parents how Archie had died. Which, haha, spoiler. I'll just say it. Okay, it doesn't matter. But so Archie, since he's in search for a connection with his brother again, he welcomes himself inside Charles' room, and he has this comic book in his hand, and he's like, "Hey, you want to read this with me?" And then Charles is disgusted, and he's angered, and he's like, he starts kind of screaming at Archie. This is like at night, so his parents are like, sleep. And then Charles starts yelling at Archie, saying like, "Where were you? Like, you're my older brother. You're supposed to be there for me. I didn't have to do all this hard work. It was you, and you're being stupid with these comic books." And then Archie's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And Charles just keeps getting mad and jealous because Archie is very charming, so his parents weren't really mad when he came back. I would be. But he's a very charming boy. So, which angers Charles more, that his parents didn't really question that Archie had closed himself off from society for some time. So he gets really angry and he keeps harassing Archie, and Archie's like stepping back, but oh dear, they're on the second floor, so Archie keeps stepping backwards, and there's like a staircase there. Wow, what a plot. And I was very into Crywank at the time, so I kind of quoted one song there, and then Charles screams at Archie's like, "Go away, you stupid leech boy," because he was leeching off his parents. And yeah, he gets scared, and this stupid boy, he like falls downstairs and he cracks his bones, cracks his neck. And yeah, I didn't really address the effects after his death, like with his parents and stuff. So at the end of the letter, Charles is like, "So yeah, I murdered my brother," which, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what degree of murder is that when you're like in a strong emotion, so you're like, "Oh no, time to kill." But you're not thinking right at the time. I should know this, But yeah. So the plot twist is that Charles got really depressed after that happened. So he becomes a NEET himself. Wow. So he becomes a NEET. Well, he closes himself off for like a couple of months. It's not that bad. In comparison to Archie, he was gone for 5 years. And oh my, whoops. And so, which is weird. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. But in the story, not his parents, but like other family members are like, "Oh my god, how could he, after Archie's death, how could he take it so immaturely to close himself off? He has to be more mature and whatever." And you know, it was probably the story's in Charles' point of view, so he feels that everyone's against him, and he wants to, I don't know, but he feels like even his parents and Archie are against him, and so maybe that was from his point of view where people were talking about him. Maybe they weren't really talking about him. Maybe that's just what he thought people were doing. And yeah, so it's a suicide note. That's a plot twist in the story, that the letter where he's talking to his parents, he addresses Archie's death, and then he's like, oh, but I have lunch scheduled with Archie. But oh my god, Archie is dead. So yeah, he killed himself. This is sad. I feel bad for Charles. So the story is from Charles' point of view, so Archie was probably thinking, he had his own struggles too, where he wanted to have a connection with his brother. Yeah, so that's a story. It's kind of sad story, but when I look back at it, I kind of cringe a little because it has really bad grammar and like sentence structures. You know, I don't know. One of my friends likes it a lot, so that makes me happy. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, the difference in the faces. Charles has tense brows. Well, I don't know why I gave him small eyebrows, but I guess it gives him that childish look. That childish look. Whoops. So for his hair, what Archie, he's not insecure in himself, but just insecure in the relationship he has with his brother. So, let's see. I'm gonna give him long hair. Because this boy, he did not get any haircuts for the past... I mean, he doesn't care. Let's give him... There you go. Some long hair. Kinda looks like my hair. But, yeah, okay. Well, maybe he should have it... Let's give him a ponytail. Mejor. I think I like that better. Rewind. Okay. His hair is swept back. He has a... I should give him a high ponytail. Let's see. High. He looks feminine. I'm gonna give him some little stubble. He's not a feminine boy. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Whoops. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Sorry. But my stomach is rumbling. Okay. So let's do him. I'm gonna give him a very baggy shirt. Kinda... You see the contrast there between their shirts. He has a very fresh, like very neatly tucked in t-shirt. Well, this boy, he doesn't care. The proportions are probably really wrong, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna give him shorts. Maybe not, because it is Christmas time, so I'm gonna give him some pants. If not, he'd probably be wearing shorts at his house, his home. Well, it's kind of weird. Yeah, okay. So, you know what? Yeah, I think I am gonna give him shorts. The long ones, the big boy shorts. I don't know how to draw shorts, but we'll just go with this. Whoops. Oh my god, where's the ink in the stupid pen? There. Okay. Low cut. Yeah, see the difference right there? Again, between the cuts in their shirts. I don't know. Let's draw a graphic tee because he's a childish boy and he buys these cool graphic tees. I don't know. Taco Tuesday. I don't know. Something stupid. There you go. So, let's see. There you go. There's the boys. There's Charles, Archie. So, there you have it. The cool boys. The Charles and Archie. Archie and Charles.